Okay, we just showing you how a lot of these things that were spoken of, that we see or were spoken of in the Old Testament, is fulfilled in the New Testament, pertaining to a Mashiach Yahushua that was reading in Psalms 22 and 7. Let's go back there. So some of you might be the first video that you look at, it might be the only video that you look at. So let's go back there to show you what we precept on that. Psalms 22 and verse 7. All they that see him laugh at me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake their head, saying. Say, this is what they're saying. I can show you what they're saying. He trusted on the Most High that he would deliver him, let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him, right? That's our people. So we looked at Matthew 9:24. Just in case you missed it, we're gonna go over it again. Matthew 9:24. Show you how it was fulfilled in the New Testament through Mashiach Yahushua. He said unto them, give place, for the maid is not dead, but sleeping. Everybody, they crying because, you know, the young maid is dead in their eyes. So everybody's crying over it. But check out the spirit, how it changes so fast. And he said unto them, go, he says, give place. Now give me room, move back. For the maid is not dead, but sleeping. And they laughed him to scorn. See? They laughed him to scorn. Making fun of him. So Mark 15 and 20. Mark 15, chapter 20th verse. This is where they have their witchcraft or sorceries at. And when they had mocked him, see, they took off the purple from him. That's when they had him, the Romans had him in their hands, and put his own clothes on him and led him out to crucify him, to kill him. The Roman soldiers. Luke 16 and 14. Luke 16 and 14. The so-called white man killed the Mashiach Yahushua. The Romans. And the Pharisees also, wicked Israelites, gave him over to him, and they killed him. And the Pharisees also, who were covetous, heard all these things, and they derided him. See? Fulfilling what it said they would do from the Old Testament. Prophecies of what they would do. Psalms 22, 6 and 7. And Isaiah 53, the 3rd chapter, 53rd chapter, you read it, you see this is what they did. Matthew 27 and 39. Matthew 27 and 39. And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads. You put their little sorceries here. What they say? They're saying, thou that destroyeth the temple and buildeth it in 3 days, meaning he's going to rise on the 3rd day. Save thyself, if thou be the Son of the Most High, come down from the cross. Likewise also the chief priests mocking him, as he said, which the scribes and elders said. He saved others. Sound familiar? Himself he cannot save. If he be the king of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe him. He trusted in the Most High. Let him deliver him now. See, that's from the Old Testament. If he will have him, for he said, I am the Son of the Most High. See? It's mocked. Psalms 22 and 8. Psalms 22 and 8. These are the things that we're looking at that they put their little witchcraft symbols there. He trusted on the Most High that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. See? We read that in Matthew 27. Go back to Matthew 27 chapter. Another place it said it in verse 43. 27, Matthew 27, 43. He trusted in the Most High. Let him deliver him now, if he will have him. Well, he said, I am the Son of the Most High. See? Psalm 22 and 16. No, 13 first. Psalm 22, 13. That's where they put their little sorceries here. They gaped upon him with their mouths as a ravening and a roaring lion. Lamentations 2:16. Lamentations 2 and 16. So I say, man, we've done a lot of offensive things. Lamentations 2 and 16. All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found. We have seen it. Israel. That's what they're saying. Waiting on this day. They in their day. The day of the Gentiles. They in their day right now. But we're reading about salvation forever for the 12 tribes of Israel. This is what it says. Psalm 22 and 16. Psalm 22 and 16. This is where they have their symbols of the multitude of sorceries that I'm giving you. Say, for dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. See? Prophesying over Mashiach Yahushua being nailed to that tree. But he called them dogs. Now, we get the Unger's Bible Dictionary. I brought it out. It's the New Unger's Bible Dictionary. It's kind of messed up, but so you can see it. It's taped up right there. You know I didn't write it, right? I hope you know that. I'm gonna look up dog in here. Dog. What happened to be highlighted? See, it says dog in the East. Dog is used for impure and profane persons, as was used by the Jews or the Israelites respecting the Gentiles. It says, verse 5, definition 5 says, those who are shed out of the kingdom of heaven are also called dogs, Revelation 22 and 15, on account of their vileness, probably a reference to homosexuality. That's what it says. You can read it yourself. See it right there. So you know I ain't just making this up. So these things are known. So they took dog and they spelled it backwards and came up with God, and here it is in the Bible. I can't show it enough. See right there? So-called white man, Edomite, Esau saying he's the Most High. Because it says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Right here, Genesis 1 and 1. See? So, these are the things that have happened to this world, and people are just taking it lightly. Going back to Psalm 22:16. It says, for dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. So it says, remember it said in the definition, profane, right? So who's profane in the Bible? Meaning most highless. Hebrews 12 and 16. Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person, meaning most highless, holyless, unrighteous, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Going all the way back to Genesis 25 and 25 down. You see? But he is the profane person as Esau. That's why you read in the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7, in the end, when salvation is coming on this earth, they're going to say, we rid ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. We have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. I mean, they put themselves in the Bible as the Most High, as the Mashiach Yahushua. And today they call themselves the Jews, the Jewish, Israeli. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. The truth is the truth. So you see, they saying dogs was profane, that we call profane. You see here, it's profane person as Esau. So now, looking at Matthew 27 and 35. Matthew 27 and 35. You're looking at all these scriptures that the elite who have their hands on publishing these Bibles put their little symbols in. The multitude of sorceries to counteract what it is that's written. Matthew 27:35. And they crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots, the so-called white man, the Italian Caucasians, soldiers, the Roman soldiers, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. Because his vesture was, she was so sharp, so his robe was seamless. It was woven from head to toe. His robe, that's why they took it off, they cast lots for it. But no, he wasn't running around with no dang on burlap garment like they be showing him. Nah, he was decked out. What's that say? Put on that strength, put on that beautiful garments. He done lost touch with what it is he told us, man. Look. Isaiah 52 and 1. Say, awake. Awake. Wake up. Put on thy strength. Put on thy strength, O Zion. Yeah, he defines Zion in Isaiah 51 and 16. And say unto Zion, thou art my people. He talking to us, we the Israelites. Put on thy beautiful garments, he said, O Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Y'all ain't with this truth, he ain't coming amongst us. That's what he's saying. Going back to Matthew 27:35, and they crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots, bidding for it. You ain't gonna bid for nothing that amount to nothing. You serious? Casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. So, Luke 23:33. Luke 23:33. Fulfilling what it is that's written in the Old Testament. Luke 23:33. And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him, and the malefactors, one on the right hand and on the left, the other on the left. All right. John 19:19. Who crucified Mashiach Yahushua? Who put him to death? St. John 19:19. Don't tell you. St. John 19:19. I'll read 19 to 24. And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross. And the writing was, Yahushua of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. This title being read many of the Jews, for the place where Yahushua was crucified was nigh to the city. And it was written in Hebrew and Greek and Latin. Those three languages, Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Then said the chief priests of the Jews to Pilate, write not the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am King of the Jews. Pilate answered, what I have written, I have written. So what I written? Then the soldiers, when they had crucified Mashiach Yahushua, see? Then the soldiers, when they had crucified Mashiach Yahushua, the Romans, soldiers, killed Mashiach Yahushua, took his garments, and made 4 parts, to every soldier a part, and also his coat. Now the coat was without seam, like I told you, see? His coat was without seam. You gotta imagine that. Because everything we wear, that's seam here, seam there, seam everywhere. His coat was without seam. Woven from the top throughout, see? Like I told you. They said therefore among themselves, let us not rend it, let us not tear it, but cast lots for it, let's bid for it. Who it shall be, that the scripture might be fulfilled, which said, they parted my raiment among them, and for my vesture they did cast lots. These things therefore the soldiers did. See? Job 9:24. Have their little sorcery sign right here. I don't really don't have to go there, but I'm gonna go there anyway. I know it by heart. There's so many times throughout the years. Job 9:24. Yeah. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See? Say the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. If not, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Thou can say. I showed you in the Bible, who more of a judge than the Most High? And I can show you, I'll show you many times. I can go in there because a lot of pictures in that Bible. And that Bible is from 1609. King James Bible is from 1611. That Bible has Apocrypha in it. It's not written the same way as the King James 611 Bible is. but it has apocrypha in it. So remember what it said in Psalms 22:16. We're still looking at it. That's what we're looking at. Psalm 22:16. I go back here so you remember this is what we precept. For dogs have compassed me, right? But dogs have compassed me. He said, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. So it's kind of going backward. I went backwards where we know that the Roman soldiers pierced his hands and his feet. It says, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. So we just read Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof. Myself shy judge. And you see, I showed you in the Bible, the Most High, the ultimate judge, he covered his face up to be their face. Which he knew coming on the earth that they would do this. But dogs have compassed me, he said. Call them dogs. They took dog and spelled it backwards. And they came with God, and I just showed you. They said, and I showed you on the. Let me show you again, just in case some of y'all might just see this one video. You ain't looking at the rest of them. So here we see here. What? What we see right there? George Washington. And on the back it says what? In God we trust. So you can't deny it. I just showed you in the Bible that's them saying that they God. You know, they took dog. You gonna see that we call them dogs, and they took dog and spelled it backwards and came with God, and y'all still calling on them, as I showed you in the Bible, when y'all saying G-O-D. And when y'all saying Lord, I showed you in the Compact Bible Dictionary, the Zondervan, that's L-O-R-D. This is what y'all have done. Let me show you again. I gotta keep showing it, because you know, most I speak once, yea, twice, man perceive it not. So this is Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. It says B-A-A-L means L-O-R-D. Right there. We gotta change. We gotta change the way we are and think. I mean, these are the things that are very, very important. It's going to make a difference in our life and how we're offending the Most High. And these are simple things that I'm showing you their method of witchcrafts in scriptures. So it says, for dogs have compassed me. In Psalms 22:16, right? So we went backwards, went from they pierced my hands and my feet to the wicked. We just went to Job 9:24, the earth is getting to the hand of the wicked. Now, these dogs, for dogs have compassed me. Look at Mark 7:24. Go to the words of Mashiach Yahushua. Mark 7:24. For dogs have compassed me, right? So let's see what these dogs represent. Mark 7:24. And it's just the truth. And from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Zidon. Mashiach Yahushua, who the world falsely called Jesus Christ. And entered into a house and would have no man know it, but he could not be hid. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit, or a devil, heard of him and came and fell at his feet. Remember, Psalms 22:16 said what? For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit, heard of him and came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek. Okay, the woman was a Greek. Who the Greeks? The woman was a Greek. The woman was a so-called white woman. Look at Daniel's 8:21. Daniel's 8:21. And the rough goat, that's that symbol that they're using with that circle around it. All these scriptures I'm showing you for the multitude of sorceries that they're using, putting it there. I'm just showing you who the Greeks are. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia. And the great horn that's between his eyes is the first king. Right? Now we go to the Apocrypha, which the Protestants took out of your King James 6:11 Bible. We go to 1 Maccabees 1:1. This should be in between Malachi. That blank page you have after after Malachi. This should be there. 1 Maccabees and 2 Maccabees. The whole Apocrypha, all 14 books. But I'm saying, when you're in Malachi, you're in the Persian and the Mede Empire, and it tells you who took down the Persian Mede Empire right here. In the first book of the Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes. See? They had somebody to take down the Persian and Mede Empire, become the rulers of the world, superpower of the earth, right? That he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. That's what it's talking about in Daniel's 8:21. So that you know that the Greeks are the Edomites. That's Alexander the Greek right there. Y'all know him as Alexander the Greek. So now going back, now that we established this woman is a Greek, so this woman is a so-called white woman or Caucasian. Going back to Mark 7, remember we here because it said in Psalms 22:16, for dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. So Mark 7:24 says, and from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Zidon and entered into a house and would have no man know it, trying to hide from everybody. But he could not be hid for all the miracles he done. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit, she had devils in her, a devil in her, heard of him, and came and fell at his feet. She fell at his feet. She was worshiping this big black man. And the woman was a Greek. The woman was a Greek, so-called white woman, Edomite, but a seed of Esau, a Syrophoenician by nation, living in that, coming from that land. And she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. See? That's it. That unclean spirit is devil. People have devils in them. They have spirits, they have devils in them. So he asked the Mashiach Yahushua, she asked the Mashiach Yahushua, would he cast forth the devil out of her daughter? But the Mashiach Yahushua said unto her, let the children first be filled. I come here to, when we said in Matthew 24, but he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 1:21, and she who is married, his mother, shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. You see? That's why he's saying what he's saying. John 4:22. You worship you know not what. We know what. We worship for salvation, powers and authorities of the Jews. And we've been reading. Kingdom how long? Forever. That's what he said. Mark 7:26, the woman was a Greek, Syrophoenician by nation, and she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. But the Mashiach said to her, listen to what he said to her. Let the children first be filled, the children of Israel. For it is not meet, which is not right, to take the children's bread and to cast it unto the dogs. So, look at it however you want to. That's what it says. It's not right to take the children's blessing and to cast it unto the dogs. So he called them dogs. They're the ones killed him. And she answered and said unto him, Yes, master. Yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. So what does she say? She's saying that they are dogs. And they get the blessings that's left over after he blessed the children of Israel. And he said unto her, For this saying, go thy way. The devil is gone out of thy daughter. See? That's why the same story is in Matthew 15. Matthew 15. Let's start at verse 21. Then Amashai went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon, and behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Most High, O Hamashiach Yahushai Salaki, O Master. Because he ain't the Most High. My mistake. O Master, thou son of David, coming from the tribe of Judah. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. The same story, Matthew telling me. Maybe said unclean spirits. She's right to the point. Her daughter is vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word, meaning he ignored her. And the disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, get rid of her. Remember, he was amongst the Israelites. For she cried after us. But he answered and said to them to calm them down, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Just a moment.